Hello everyone, so I welcome you all back and I hope you guys are doing fine. So in the last class we did one commodity case and where we understood that the consumer will be in equilibrium when MU in terms of rupees, is equal to price of X, okay, then the consumer is going to be in equilibrium. अब आता है कि कंज्यूमर सिर्फ एक कमोडिटी तो कंज्यूम नहीं करता, राइट? दे कंज्यूम मोर देन वन कमोडिटी. So now we are going to take a step forward and we are going to deal with two commodity case. तो अब आपके सामने पेश है two commodity case, ठीक है? Now two commodity case, in two commodity case, we are going to do law of equimarginal utility. Like there is a law, that is law of equimarginal utility, which is based on the concept of two commodity case. We have already done one law, that is law of TMU, and here I welcome you all to the other law, that is law of equimarginal utility. But before that, we need to take example and we need to understand what is two commodity case all about. Okay. Now, first you need to know what is the consumer's equilibrium condition under two commodity case. Okay. So, when will the consumer be in equilibrium under two commodity case? So, under two commodity case, a consumer will be in equilibrium when MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY is equal to MU per unit of money, is equal to MU per unit of money. So then the consumer will be in equilibrium. What is this X and Y? This X and Y are the two commodities which the consumer are going to consume. Now I am going to explain you this condition, so hold on, do not worry about it. Okay. But before that, let me take a hypothetical example. Okay. Now see, we know there are two commodities X and Y. Okay. Now if you will be given with the price of X, you will also be provided with the price of Y, and you would also be provided with the marginal utilities of good X and good Y. Okay. So I would be giving you marginal utilities of good X and good Y also. So now what do we need to find? We need to find out this, that is MUX by PX. We need to find out separately MUY by PY. And for the timing, forget it what is MU per unit of money. Okay, we are going to deal with it but later on. Now see, when a consumer, obviously whether a consumer is buying one commodity, two commodity, three commodity, where whatsoever, there is something that plays a very important role, and I think you guys have understood, that is budget, right? A consumer's budget, a consumer's money income, which has a very important role to play. So here I also have to assume that what will be the budget of the consumer. Okay, so that information will also be provided to you, and subject to that budget constraint, how much commodities of X and Y he is going to consume, that is what we are going to analyze in two commodity case. So say, suppose price of good X is 5, price of good Y is 10. Okay, MU details will be given to you, and let the consumer's budget or money income, or money income be rupees 40. Okay, now let us take an example. Suppose this is units of commodity X and Y. Okay, this is units of commodity X and Y. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I would be giving you marginal utility of good X in terms of utils, and I would also be giving you marginal utility of good Y in utils, and then what you need to find out according to the equilibrium condition, MUX by PX, and the other one is MUY by PY, you need to find out, right? So suppose the utilities are this. Okay, and of X it is this. Utility can be measured in utils, right? So in two commodity case also, the assumptions which were there in the one commodity case, that continues in two commodity case as well. Okay, so here also we will see the utilities are given. Now tell me, MUX by PX, go back and just try to analyze MUX by PX, what does it gives you. Okay, if you don't remember, then let me tell you, MUX by PX is nothing but MUM. You know, MUX by PX is nothing but MUM. Like, what is the last unit? What is the expected satisfaction by spending 1 rupee? That is MUM. Okay, so MUM tells you what will be the level of satisfaction, what satisfaction you are expecting when you spend 1 rupee on a commodity. Okay, so this MUX by PX, you know, it will give you MUM. That is how much satisfaction you are expecting by spending 1 rupee. Similarly, MUY by PY will also give you MUM of good Y, like how much satisfaction you are expecting from good Y by spending 1 rupee on it. And the point where both the utilities will be equal, and the point where both the utilities will be equal, that will be the consumer's equilibrium, which means that if I spend my last rupee on a commodity in such a way that both the commodities give me same level of utility, that will be my consumer's equilibrium. But that should be subjected to the budget constraint. So do not forget the budget constraint which is involved. Okay, so let us find out MUX by PX. MUX is what? 50. P of X is what? 5. So 50 divided by 5 gives you 10. Similarly, 45 divided by 5, 40 divided by 5, 35 divided by 5, 30 divide this. Likewise, it will go. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, similarly, let us come here. MUY by PY. Let us do this also. 80 divided by 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Right? Last is 3. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So we did that the consumer will be in equilibrium when this both are equal. MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY. Now there is a magic. See again, Thapla, there are so many equilibrium points. See here also we can see they are equal. Here also we can see. Here also, and then the last one also. See, at 4 possible combinations of good X and good Y, we can see that MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY. But we also know that, you know, so many equilibrium points cannot be there. There will be only one equilibrium point. So now the confusion is, which point is going to be my equilibrium point? Or which combination of good X and good Y will be my equilibrium point? So for that, you need to remember what? Your budget. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना, whatever good we want, good X, good Y, जितना भी चाहे we will consume. ऐसा possible होता तो आज सब अंबानी नहीं होते. But ऐसा possible नहीं है, ठीक है? So in that case, let us understand. उसके लिए we are going to make a table. Okay, so we are going to make a total expenditure table. अब total expenditure table बनाने के लिए I have to erase this. So I am going to make an expenditure table. Okay, and in that expenditure table, now see, we are going to analyze. There are 4 combinations where they are equal, right? So we are going to analyze the combinations, and we are going to analyze the total expenditure. Okay. Now see, first combination. Now where 8 utils of MUX by PX is equal to 8 utils of MUY by PY. Now when is this coming? This is coming when we are consuming 3 utils of good X and 1 util of good Y. So this is coming when we are consuming 3 units of good X and 1 unit of good Y, right? Now we know good X price was what? 5. So 3 units of good X would cost us how much? 3 into 5. Similarly, we know Y cost us 10. So 1 unit of good Y will cost how much? 10 rupees. So what is the total? 25 rupees. So what is the total expenditure of combination A? Combination A's total expenditure is 25. Okay. Next, we move on to next combination. See, 7, 7. So when are they equal? When we are consuming 4 units of good X and 2 units of good Y. So when we are consuming 4 units of good X and 2 units of good Y. Now 4 units of good X would cost you how much? 4 into 5 and 2 units of good Y would cost you how much? 2 into 10. So the final total expenditure is 40. Let us analyze all the combinations first. Next would be what? When we are consuming 5 units, see this 6 one. So when we are consuming 5 units of good X and 4 units of good 5 units of good X and 3 units of good Y. 3 units of Y. Then see 5 into 5 plus 3 into 10. That is 55. Okay. And the last one is what? 5, 5, which is basically 6 units of good X and 4 units. See, at point 4, the MU by PY is 5, right? When you are consuming 4 units. So basically 6 units of good X plus 4 units of good Y. Okay. So 6 units of good X means 6 into 5 and 4 units of good Y means 4 into 10, which is 70. So this is our total expenditure table. Okay. Now see. कंज्यूमर का बजट कितना था? 40 रुपया ना. ठीक है. ये दो तो उसके औकात के बाहर ही हो गया. 5 units of good X, 3 units of good Y and 6 units of good X and 4 units of good Y. Why this is out? Because see, here the expenditure would be 55, 70 and that much I cannot spare, right? So now the question is, ये पहला दो combination में कोई equilibrium पे होगा. अब देखो, you are a utility maximizing consumer, right? So what would you aim कि जितना तुम spend कर सकते हो तुम उतना ही spend कर रहे हो on different goods. That would be your aim, right? So in that case, don't you think this one combination B would be the most preferable one? Why? Because here consumer wanted to spend rupees 40 and here consumer is actually spending rupees 40. Okay, so this is my consumer's equilibrium point. So when will the consumer be in equilibrium? A consumer will be in equilibrium when he consumes 4 units of good X and 2 units of good Y. Okay, so what did you understand? Basically इसका एंड कंक्लूजन यही हुआ कि वो अपना लास्ट यूनिट ऑफ मनी दैट इज 1 रुपी वो इस तरीके से स्पेंड करेगा कि उसका MUX by PX इक्वल टू MUY by PY हो गया, बट सब्जेक्ट टू दी बजट कंस्ट्रेंट. ठीक है. सो नाउ डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या है इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन? MUX by PX इक्वल टू MUY by PY इज इक्वल टू MU पर यूनिट ऑफ मनी. ठीक है. सो दिस इज टू कमोडिटी केस का एग्जाम्पल. इसका डायग्राम यू डोंट नीड टू डू, सो डोंट वरी, एक चीज इजी हो गया. एंड इसका एग्जाम्पल इज गाइज वेरी सिंपल. ठीक है. तो इसके बाद यू नो इसी पे एक लॉ बना, मतलब टू कमोडिटी केस में देयर इज दिस लॉ जिसको लॉ ऑफ इक्वी मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी बोलते हैं. ठीक है. सो लॉ ऑफ इक्वी मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी क्या होता है कि यूटिलिटी मैक्सिमाइजिंग कंज्यूमर, एक कंज्यूमर जिसका एम है यूटिलिटी को मैक्सिमाइज करना, मस्ट एलोकेट हिज और हर इनकम, उसको अपना इनकम इस तरीके से एलोकेट करना चाहिए अमंग वेरियस कमोडिटीज. जैसे इधर दो कमोडिटी है X एंड Y, सो ही मस्ट एलोकेट हिज इनकम अमंग वेरियस कमोडिटीज इन सच अ वे दैट द लास्ट यूनिट ऑफ मनी, जो वो लास्ट यूनिट ऑफ मनी स्पेंड कर रहा है ना, जो 1 रुपया लास्ट, क्योंकि तुम निकाले ना MUX by PX क्या MUM, MUY by PY क्या MUM, तो जिस पॉइंट पे दोनों का MUM इक्वल है, मतलब जिस पॉइंट पे 1 रुपया उन दोनों को इक्वल लेवल ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन दे रहा है, राइट. सो द यूटिलिटी मैक्सिमाइजिंग कंज्यूमर मस्ट एलोकेट his or her income among various commodities in such a way that the last unit of money spent on each commodity gives him or her equal marginal utility. ठीक है. ये मेरे को भी ऐसे याद नहीं हुआ था, मेरे को भी टाइम लगा था, तो ऑब्वियसली तुम लोग सोच रहे होगे कि अरे इतना बड़ा है लॉ कैसे याद करेंगे, थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग भी है। डू नॉट वरी, 2-3 बार बोलोगे, 2-3 बार लिखोगे, याद हो जाएगा, ठीक है। फिलहाल चलो लिख लो कि लॉ ऑफ इक्विमार्जिनल यूटिलिटी क्या होता है। द लॉ ऑफ इक्विमार्जिनल यूटिलिटी स्टेट्स दैट the utility maximizing consumer must allocate his or her income among various commodities in such a way that the last unit of money spent on each commodity gives him or her equal level of satisfaction, या equal marginal utility, gives him or her equal marginal utility. Okay, so ये था two commodity case. And now there are certain assumptions of law of equimarginal utility which we are going to do. Okay, now let us deal with the last part, that is assumptions of law of equimarginal utility. You know the first limitation, let us deal with the limitations. Okay, now there are certain drawbacks. Obviously the first drawback, and which you all would be thinking that it is not difficult to measure, it is very difficult to measure marginal utility derived from the commodities. Like reality में तो utility को नहीं measure कर सकते ना, तो क्या अपने marginal utility को measure कर सकते हैं? नहीं कर सकते. So पहला limitation क्या है guys? It is very difficult to measure marginal utilities. ठीक है, so पहला limitation क्या है? It is very difficult to measure marginal utility. Therefore अगर marginal utility नहीं measure कर पाएगा तो क्या वो equilibrium condition तक आ पाएगा? नहीं आ पाएगा. so ये पहला limitation है. दूसरा limitation क्या है ना कि in most cases जो consumers होते हैं ना, they are governed by their habits and customs and they do not consider economic considerations, which means what, कि suppose आज तुमको आदत है, मे बी आज तुम एक पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड का क्लोथ्स पहनते हो, ठीक है. सपोज यू प्रेफर वेयरिंग क्लोथ्स ऑफ H&M. आज अगर H&M अपने प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस बढ़ाते भी जाए, ऐसा तो नहीं है कि तुम H&M के बदले यू विल स्टार्ट परचेजिंग फॉरएवर 21 से, नहीं ना, बिकॉज तुम्हारा हैबिट्स है, तुम्हारा कस्टम है, तुम सालों से H&M के ही कपड़े पहन रहे हो. अब अचानक से तुम क्यों ही जाओगे कोई और कपड़े पहनने, राइट. तो तुम्हारा H&M का कपड़ा का हमेशा जो भी क्वांटिटी होगा वो ज़्यादा होगा कंजम्पशन का एज कम्पेयर टू एनी अदर ब्रांड, राइट. बट इधर क्या बोलते हैं, इधर बोलता है कि देखो ये कंज्यूमर को सब कुछ ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. अगर उसका कमोडिटी का प्राइस बढ़ रहा है तो जाहिर सा बात है वो कम से कम स्पेंड करना चाहेगा उस कमोडिटी में. बट व्हाट इफ हैबिट है उसका, अगर हैबिट है उसका वो कंज्यूम करने का, तो वो क्या इतना फैक्टर्स को अपने दिमाग में लेगा? नहीं लेगा. और कंज्यूमर्स क्या होता है, उन कंज्यूमर्स के केस में जिनका कुछ प्रोडक्ट यूज करने का हैबिट हो जाता है ना, उन कंज्यूमर्स के केस में भी हम लोग को ये कंज्यूमर इक्विलिब्रियम तक आना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, ठीक है. सो कंज्यूमर्स इन मोस्ट केसेस आर गवर्न्ड बाय customs and habits, so they do not consider ठीक है. थर्ड बोल रहा है कंज्यूमर्स जो इग्नोरेंट होते हैं ना, वो लोग भी इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन तक नहीं आ पाते. इग्नोरेंट मतलब क्या कि उनको पता नहीं होता कि सब्स्टिट्यूट गुड्स का प्राइस क्या है, ठीक है. उनको ये नहीं पता कि ये इक्विलिब्रियम कॉन्सेप्ट भी एग्जिस्ट करता है. लाइक हम लोग क्या ये कॉन्सेप्ट अप्लाई करते हैं क्या रियलिटी में? नन ऑफ अस अप्लाई, राइट. सो वी डोंट नो, लाइक अस आर सो मेनी कंज्यूमर्स हु डू नॉट नो, सो इसलिए दे आर नॉट एबल टू यूज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट, ठीक है. सो कंज्यूमर्स आर इग्नोरेंट एंड वो भी एक रीजन है कि क्यों वो लोग इक्विलिब्रियम तक नहीं आ पाते और ये लॉ बहुत ही वेग बन जाता है. ठीक है, कंज्यूमर्स आर इग्नोरेंट टू अराइव एट द equilibrium position. So they cannot arrive at the equilibrium position. Why? Because they are ignorant. Okay. Next है इधर जो एक assumption है ना कि MUM will remain constant, that is marginal utility of money will remain constant. But do you think marginal utility of money constant रहता है रियलिटी में? तो मतलब सोचे कि तुम 1 रुपया स्पेंड करोगे तो तुम 10 न्यूटन्स का सेटिस्फैक्शन डिराइव करोगे. व्हाट इफ तुम्हारा मनी इनकम बढ़ गया? ठीक है, तो अब तुम ज़्यादा रुपया स्पेंड करोगे तो तुम्हारा सेटिस्फैक्शन भी तो ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. तुम एक्सपेक्ट करोगे ना कि अब हम ज़्यादा रुपया स्पेंड करें तो लेवल ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन भी ज़्यादा हो जाए. तो क्या ये जो MUM हमेशा कांस्टेंट रहेगा? ये पॉसिबल है. अगर कंज्यूमर का इनकम घट गया तो वो क्या सोचेगा? वो सोचेगा कि अरे अब 1 रुपया स्पेंड कर रहे, वही कमोडिटी खरीदेंगे जो मेरे को ज़्यादा सेटिस्फैक्शन दे. ठीक है, और अब वो उतना रुपया ही नहीं स्पेंड कर पाएगा. तो उसका जो ये MUM का कॉन्सेप्ट है ना वो बार बार चेंज होते रहता है. ये कांस्टेंट नहीं रह सकता. आप हमेशा ये नहीं सोच सकते कि आप 1 रुपया स्पेंड कर रहे हो तो आपको 10 न्यूटन्स का सेटिस्फैक्शन मिल रहा है. क्योंकि ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि अगर आपका इनकम बढ़ गया तो आपको वो कमोडिटी अब कुछ सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं देगा. मे बी अब उससे कुछ सुपीरियर कमोडिटी खरीदोगे और वो आपको ज्यादा लेवल ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन देगा. राइट. तो यही बात है कि दिस MUM marginal utility of money will remain constant is not possible always. Assumption of marginal utility of money will remain constant is not possible always. ठीक है, and this law is also not applicable in case of goods. Applicable in case of goods which are indivisible or in case of commodities which are indivisible. अब कोई कमोडिटी है जो इनडिविजिबल है, जैसे रेफ्रिजरेटर हो गया, मोबाइल फोन हो गया, वो तो यार इंसान एक ही कंज्यूम करता है. राइट. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि तुम 1 यूनिट ऑफ वो कंज्यूम कर लिए मोबाइल फोन मे बी एप्पल का और एक कर लिए मे बी सैमसंग का. ऐसे कौन करता है? राइट. और वो कमोडिटी को क्या तुम डिवाइड कर सकते हो? क्या तुम जैसे इधर हम लोग जो यूनिट ऑफ गुड एग्स, इधर हम लोग वो जो गुड एग्स है उसको पार्ट्स में ब्रेक कर दिए कि वो 1 यूनिट खरीदेगा, 2 यूनिट खरीदेगा, 3 खरीदेगा एक ही बार में. क्या मोबाइल फोन्स वगैरह के केस में हम लोग ऐसे करते हैं? रियरली कोई करता है? एक नॉर्मल कंज्यूमर करता है कि वो एक बार में 3-4 मोबाइल फोन्स खरीदने का सोच सकता है? नहीं सोच सकता ना. तो ये चीज़ तो वो छोटे मोटे कमोडिटीज़ में पॉसिबल है जो उतने एक्सपेंसिव भी नहीं होते, जो इजीली डिविजिबल भी होते हैं. बट उन कमोडिटीज़ के केस में जो इजीली डिविजिबल नहीं है, जो इनडिविजिबल है और जो काफ़ी एक्सपेंसिव है, जिनको आप पीसेस में नहीं ब्रेक कर सकते, तो आप ये लॉ कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हो उस केस में? राइट. तो ये 5 है इस लॉ का लिमिटेशंस. पहला कि it's very difficult to measure marginal utility, therefore very difficult to arrive at the equilibrium condition. Second, कि consumers who are governed by habits do not consider this price, money, इतना factors नहीं consider करते. They definitely try to maintain their standard and follow their habit. कुछ भी करके वो लोग वो good तो पा ही लेंगे. मैं थर्ड बोला there consumers who are ignorant, they cannot arrive at the equilibrium position. फिर बोला कि this concept of MUM to be constant, it is also not true. And last बोला कि it is not applicable in case of commodities which are indivisible. Okay, so here we complete our law of equimarginal utility. Now I hope this utility concept starting from the very beginning till to commodity case, which is nothing but entirely cardinal utility analysis, I hope it's clear to each and everyone. I will be back soon with the other part of this chapter, and for the time being, please study the concept, keep on revising the concepts, because that is what is more important to be successful and to score more marks. Okay, and in case of any doubt you can mail me in the ID which is given below. Okay, I hope I have made it easier for you guys. Chalo then, it's okay. See you all very soon. Okay, bye bye, take care.